Alright, what's up, gang? I'm done with the Tetris for the customer. See, I got all three colors on the monitor now. It was all green. Pretty much I had no blue. I was wrong about, this is a 4600 Wells Gardner. I was wrong. I thought there was no blue. There actually was blue, but the green and red drive were just maxed out. Now, everything I could do underneath the sun. I tried to change the transistors. Let me get one of those real fast. And so I changed one of the transistors and see if I can get it in focus here. Okay, C26 or 2068 is the transistor for the neck board on this. So I changed that out trying to get blue, and it didn't work, of course, because the green and the red were so high. So one of the things that ended up being the problem here, oh, I just dropped something. I dropped it. Okay, this is one of the things that was the problem. This is the video, and it's a video board. I can't remember what the other word is, but I'll come around here and show you. Sound's working now. It was really scratchy before. Just cleaned the pot on the board with some deoxit. Okay. Let me see if I can drop this down a little bit. Show you what was going on back here. Need the best possible view here. Okay. So these two cards right here. Basically, this whole chassis, they're known for cold solder joints. So I pulled the whole thing out. Anywhere where where these things plug in to the main board and where the yoke wires plug into the main board, had to reflow all that solder. I pulled. That's actually a spare card. Get this one again. What went out was some of these transistors that go across here that take the color from here to here. They were bad on this one. This was the original one. I brought in a spare monitor to tube swap on this thing. I also rebuilt this one too, this video card. But I ended up tube swapping because, here's my tube, whoa, running and everything. There's my spare tube and chassis. I tube swapped because I thought the color, the green and the red were shorted on the monitor. Or on the tube. So I put in this tube, and the red was fine, but the green was still driving really hard. So I changed the transistors around, swapped them around the neck board, and I was able to kind of determine what was going on. So there was a bad transistor into the green. It was overdriving it. So I moved the green and the blue, and all of a sudden I had blue shot all over the place. So once I got that, it was fine. I found the test mode for the game. It's just a little test switch. It's right above the dip switches, and then rewired the speakers. And he did have a problem kind of with the joysticks. They don't move very far, but when you're trying to move the pieces around the board, you can actually move them pretty quick like that rather than just holding and waiting. So anyway, I'm really satisfied with the way this 4600 monitor came out. If you are missing a color and you try to change the transistor, there is a little bit more to it than that. I even brought in over there I got a tube regenerator or rejuvenator that we didn't have the right attachment for. So basically, I'll show these transistors while I'm back here too. So that the connector didn't, you take this neck board off and the connector connects right there. It was a CR23, and we didn't have that. Had one that was really close. And the color transistors are right here. And these are your color adjustment pots here. And then those two are your red and your blue drive. And the other thing is if you're trying to adjust the monitor, we have these little plugs right here. There's four little spots where you can jump her over, and then there's also a red one down here. The red will go side to side, the yellow goes up and down. So I was able to kind of dial the picture in there. Still got to mount his power supply. It's loose in there. But all in all, I'm really pleased with this. Like I said, I've never ran into that problem before on this 4600, but it was cool to go through and then actually find the problem, and now I know for next time. So they're actually a little bit more trouble than it's worth, but the picture looks great. The only problem that I don't like is kind of the bezel kind of cuts it off a little bit at the bottom, and no matter how I tried to squish it up, this is about as good as I can do. Let's see, so you can see it's still kind of cut off down here at the bottom, but it's not horrible. Sound is working. Sounds good. It was really scratchy, and it was slowly build over time and get worse and worse, where you just had to pretty much turn the speaker off. But we're gonna ship this one out to the customer tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
What did you think about that video? Did you like that video? I loved it. Was I not in it? Well, then I didn't love that. I better have been in that video. I hope you liked the video. It was definitely my best work. If I'm not in that video, you better watch this one over here. Oh, if you're not going to do that, just subscribe. You'll get a notification. Bye.